investors to thrive.
Part of our country, because the country is large and is big, but we can be a sounding board. We want to open our doors to be able to use us as, a test case, so that investment and businesses can come to the country and can do well. We want to be able to ensure that the country is safe, and the country is consistently, positively positioned to be able to receive foreign direct investment, that each and every of these country heads that are sitting here can go back, and bring, back from their country.
He also spoke on measures put in place by his administration to encourage ease of doing business.
Vocational training and skills development is one of the things we want to partner with VDMA, which is a German-known vocational institute, and we also want to ensure that all of the technology that they have been able to do and pass on, that we can keep it and we can run it, in Lagos. I can continue in each and every one, because all of them I'm excited, because each and every of our ambassadors have spoken very, very well, about their technology. I've had the opportunity to go to Israel myself, and I know that part of the things that Israel do very well is agriculture. The cobots and the technology they had brought about using a small country to be able to define and improve, outputs on per hectare yield on agriculture. And we're also exploring such opportunity. And so for us as a government, we'll continue to create and ensure that business-friendly environment in Lagos is not just a talk shop, it's something that will be intentional and will be deliberate about. We'll continue to keep our doors open to all interested investors and partners. We therefore invite you to take advantage of the opportunity that is bound in our country, that is bound in Lagos, and to create real partners that will build a prosperous future, not only for Lagos, but for our country. I want to once again say that we're truly excited with the intentions and the plan of the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry. I want to thank the chairman and the current president, Mr. Idahosa, for keeping faith with this on a year-on-year basis. Lagos, like the name sounds, will continue to partner with you. We'll continue to ensure that we can use our government as a diving board, as a springboard with other parts of the country.
Speaking in the same vein, the Minister of Marine and Blue Economy, Gboyega Oyetola, noted that in order to attract investors, the federal government has given incentives such as exceptions from customs duty to would-be investors so as to promote industrial development.
Nigeria's strategic location and abundant resources present vast investment opportunities, particularly in the marine and blue economy sector. Despite the existing challenges, the government is committed to creating an enabling environment that fosters economic growth and attracts significant investment. Today, I will highlight some of the government incentives designed to drive investment in the marine and blue economy sector. The Nigerian Export Processing Zones Authority oversees freight trade zones and export processing zones, offering attractive benefits such as exemptions from customs duties, VAT, and corporate taxes. These zones are specifically designed to attract foreign investment, promote export-oriented businesses, and catalyze the industrial development. Nigeria's commitment to the African Continental Trade Area, AfTA, has created new export opportunities for the marine sector. Under the Guided Trade Initiative, Nigeria has already commenced shipment, paving the way for increased trade flows across Africa. The Federal Ministry of Marine and Blue Economy, through the Nigerian Ports Authority, has also licensed several export processing terminals which fast-track export procedures and enhance the efficiency of trade processes under the African Continental Free Trade (AfTA). Infrastructure support. Public-private partnerships are vital in Nigeria's infrastructure development strategy, providing opportunities for investors to participate in projects such as roads, ports, and power generation. The Infrastructure Concession Regulatory Commission regulates these PPPs, ensuring that investors have clear and transparent frameworks within which to operate.
Also speaking, the State Commissioner for Commerce, Cooperative, Trade and Investment said that the ministry has a mandate to attract investors to Lagos. She assures investors that Lagos is open for business. This year's conference was no doubt a landmark event with many unicorn companies introduced to the Nigerian economy.
The Lagos State Smart Health Information Platform, SHIP, a partnership focused on data utilization, aims to harness the capabilities of electronic records, improve the delivery of healthcare services, enable patients to assume greater control over their health, and promote collaboration among various stakeholders. The Commissioner for Health, Professor Akin Abayomi, made this known during the pre-launch of the Lagos Smart Health Information Platform, Stakeholders Forum, and media engagement. Professor Abayomi highlighted the significant impact that data-driven healthcare solutions can have on transforming the healthcare landscape.
The phase one of the SHIP will create an interconnectivity between all our general hospitals and our primary healthcare facilities, alongside with the Ministry of Health and any other public health facility and medical agency in a manner in which all of them will be interconnected. The idea around this is to create a platform of information exchange, where as data is gathered at the patient interface, as a patient enters into the health ecosystem, the public health ecosystem, at that very point of entry, we already start to collect data. And as the patient moves through the process of their health managed care, we are gathering data at every point.
Special advisor at the Lagos State Ministry of Health, Olukemi Ogunyemi, stated that the initiative represents a sophisticated, patient-centered health information system that leverages technology to assess operations, thereby facilitating informed decision-making aimed at enhancing patient interactions with healthcare professionals.
SHIP is going to allow us to be more patient-focused. We are patient-focused, but it just gives us that extra not only incentive, but that extra step to be patient-focused. Patient-focused means our care will be individualized and it will give us better outcomes for the patient. So on the supply side, SHIP gives us a chance to improve the quality of care we give. SHIP allows all the healthcare professionals to be able to work at their best.
The managing partners firmly believed that this initiative will empower the state government to transform the healthcare system.
SHIP will be exposing a number of application programming interfaces, called APIs, through which data will ship. When SHIP is ready to launch, which we hope should happen in another 6 months, we will have delivered a number of API services. I'll mention a few of these services. One is the patient demography service. This patient demography service allows us to uniquely identify and index every patient that presents at our health facilities.
Had that experience in financial dealings, and we hope to replicate that in health, whereby we create a mechanism where information is moved seamlessly, between all the individual players, and therefore the state will then benefit from this, and this will then translate into better outcome, for patient care.
The Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has reaffirmed his administration's dedication to cultivating collaborations with essential stakeholders to promote initiatives aimed at enhancing the agricultural sector, minimizing waste, and guaranteeing that all residents of Lagos have access to nutritious food. Sanwo-Olu stated this at the 11th annual summit of the Association of Lagos State Retired Heads of Service and Permanent Secretaries.
The Association of Lagos State Retired Heads of Service and Permanent Secretaries, ALAHOPS, concludes 2 days of intensive discussions and deliberations. This 11th edition featured 6 speakers, 8 discussants, and 4 plenary sessions, all focused on the theme of Agenda for Sustainable Development and Food Security in Lagos State. The experienced public servants engaged in meaningful dialogue, working to find lasting solutions to the current challenges around sustainable development and food security.
All over the world, there are crises, disasters, both man-made and natural, that are threatening the availability and sustainability of food supply. This informed our choice of topic this year, to take a critical look at issues surrounding the stability of food supply.
Topic is very apt, given the situation we're in now. It's not only in Nigeria, it's all over the world. And, the topic was Agenda for Sustainable Development and Food Security. And we know that, yes, there's need for us to assist government, because we know government can't do it alone.
Deputy Governor Dr. Obafemi Hamzat represented Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu at the event. In his remarks, Sanwo-Olu highlighted his administration's initiatives and expressed confidence that the summit would chart a course of sustainable solutions to address the ongoing food
logistic hub that sits on 200 hectares of land. And the idea is this: we should be able to store food that will feed us for 9 months. Let us even assume the world is coming to an end. And so it's an assumption that, let us say that we cannot produce anything. So so that can we even feed before we are able to? So 6 to 9 months. Then the second one is, we kill a lot of cows and cattle that come from our country. We have veterinary doctors at Abattoir. So what they do today is they check the cows. If they are not good, we destroy. But we are saying that we should be able to process it in such a way that if a head of cow has some disease, we should be able to say, okay, we are not taking the game from this state because we are able to track this disease to this particular area, and therefore we stop bringing it, and then we can help them to correct the whatever challenge.
The state's head of service, Olabode Aguru, emphasized the importance of improving agricultural productivity, reducing food waste, and ensuring affordable access to nutritious food for the most vulnerable populations.
Sustainable development and food security are cornerstones to the well-being of our community. However, it is important to note that the adoption of sustainable practices in agriculture and other sectors requires initiatives, approach, efficient resource management, and a commitment to environmental stewardship. In essence, it makes it essential to meet the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. In Lagos State, achieving food security involves addressing multiple dimensions, including food availability, access, utilization, and stability. It necessitates improving agricultural productivity, reducing food waste, and enhancing supply chain efficiency, and ensuring that the most vulnerable population is accessible to affordable and nutritional food.
In his keynote address, Dr. Adetunji of the World Bank urged the government to shift its focus towards driving an integrated food systems agenda.
That is things that we can do now and have impact almost immediately. But our inability to attain sustainable food security in Nigeria, I don't mean in Lagos, but in Nigeria, it's not as a result of lack of resources. That is human, material, and
To increase productivity and ensure food security, policy leadership in agriculture and food security investment pillar, in partnership with the Commission, is working on incorporating local fabricators into the agri sector to promote fabrication of local tools. This is a bottom-up approach to eradicate the bottleneck and gaps, inhibiting the adoption and utilization of mechanized implements among the farmers. Furthermore, work is in progress with one of our partners on leveraging geographical information system GIS technology to achieve food security in Southwest.
The two-day conference concluded with a communique outlining all recommendations for addressing the current food crisis.
This is Lagos, the heartbeat of Nigeria, a city steeped in rich cultural heritage and now poised to become a global financial center.
We're at a Lord Mayor's show, and it's an opportunity for us to just depict what Lagos is all about. And it's only at an event like this, competing with other bigger cities and other nations, that you can get to tell your story. So it's storytelling time for us.
In a historic moment, Lagos made its inaugural appearance at the renowned Lord Mayor's show in London, a testament to its growing economic prominence.
Lagos is a big mega city on its own right now. It's the largest city in Africa. It's the biggest economy that is a sub-national in Africa. We want to make it one of the international financial centers in the world. All we're trying to do is to be able to let the world know that Lagos is indeed ready for bigger business.
Lagos isn't just open for business. It's a gateway to the future, embracing innovation and welcoming investors from around the globe. We invite the world to witness Lagos's dynamism, progress, and the myriad of opportunities available for transformative, groundbreaking projects.
Lagos is indeed ready to take over the world in the financial space, in the economic space, and to truly really be able to tell both the Lagos, the Nigerian, and the African story, and be able to let other parts of the world know who we are, understand our culture, understand that we're the center of culture, entertainment, music in the whole of Africa, and to also be able for people to know what we have to give to the world.
So the whole idea, right, is for us to be able to let the world, get them to know what is happening in Lagos. But GDP of Lagos is actually bigger than the GDP of Kenya, it's bigger than Ghana, it's bigger than Rwanda, and it's bigger than Senegal. As a little sub-national, it's very big in how it stands, in how it sits, and it's all of that conversation that we think a lot of people need to know what is happening in Lagos, and how we can use the Lagos story, to sort of like tell the African story.
That's all we have for you on this episode of the Greater Lagos Vision on Plus TV Africa. I'm Lovey Kuku Oyedokun. Bye for now.
Moses Jacob, you are one family. There's no doing all this sport in Nigeria.
See how your body just dripping diamond.
Nigeria jollof is the #1 jollof in the whole wide world.
To be honest, I've not tried Ghana jollof, but I think Nigerian. But no, I don't think Nigerian jollof is the best. It's the baddest. It originated from us. Am I right?
I've actually tried Ghanaian jollof, and I must stick to Nigerian jollof rice. Period.
I'm not biased. Nigerian jollof is the Ghanaian one is too brown and it's too mushy. Our own is, the grains they spread, and they taste nice. I trust our own is on point.
Nigerian is the one. See, say Ghana jollof they go use gas, but if they use arrow with the smell of the effing go enter and it goes sweet. I just don't know what to say. I'm just happy. I just feel like crying.
Well, I haven't had Ghanaian jollof, but just Nigerian jollof. And I'll be honest, I'm not a jollof rice fan. I think jollof rice is overrated. I know you guys will be angry. I know you don't want to hear it, but the truth is, fried rice is the best. So.
You're setting me up, bro.
Nigerian jollof is just name. Nigerian jollof.
Nigerian jollof. Nigerian jollof.
Because you're looking for love, what's going on? Talk your own, she wants to beat you.
Why are you setting me up? No, but real. Nigerian jollof. Nigerian party jollof. Bottom pot. That's almost burnt. Almost burnt.
Burnt, where you scrape it.
But it has to be the rice that hasn't burnt, that hasn't darkened yet. So it's not bottom pot. That flavor.
Any day, Nigerian jollof,
Is it because you're Nigerian?
Because I've tasted both, and I prefer the Nigerian jollof.
Abraham, Moses Jacob, you are one family. There's no doing all this sport in Nigeria.
See how your body just dripping diamond.
You're in a queue, for example, and you go to some places or some countries and the queue is the queue. You have to join from the back, right? And that's conducive because, hey, I was here before you, makes sense. But then you find some people that they just don't have the time and everybody is in a hurry and they jump to the front stylishly and feel they will get away with it. Sometimes some people just don't want trouble and they just leave you with your, your actions. But then you will find in some places where people don't like it, they don't condone it, and they will call you.
Hello Nigeria, hello Africa. You're welcome to yet another edition of Sports Business
with Orufour Ezaga. You're watching Plus TV Africa, and we're reaching you live from our studios in Victoria Island, Lagos. Today, we have another interesting package for you. Today, it feels like Tuesday basketball because, you know, I do 2 programs in the media every day. Both happen on Tuesdays. This morning, I spoke with a guy called Babalola Opeyemi. He's the CEO of Weber Engineering Works. He's very invested in basketball, but that was on radio. And today, this afternoon, I'm going to be speaking with a man who's been in basketball virtually all of his life. He's a very authoritative figure in Nigerian basketball, and he's also, you know, occupying roles outside of the country where he's, you know, the president of the Africa Zone 3 with FIBA. FIBA is the world governing body for basketball. Today, we'll be speaking with Colonel Sam Amedu. Like I said, he's a member of the NBBF, that's the Nigerian Basketball Federation, and he's also the president of the Africa Zone 3 of FIBA. Colonel Amedu would have a lot to say to us today about what needs to be done to make basketball a commercial success in this country. Basketball is unarguably, you know, the second most popular sport in Nigeria. As a matter of fact, in all of Africa, and that's after football. The point is, why has basketball failed over the years to realize its staggering potential? Colonel Amedu has been there, he's done that, and he's been there for over maybe as much as half a century, and he's got a lot that he's going to be saying to us. I would encourage you to stick with us for the next 45 minutes because what you hear is going to change your mind could change your mind, about what you think of sports business, what you think of basketball, and it could open you or your friend or your family to, you know, an opportunity or two, to a new way of looking at basketball and looking at sports generally, and it could open an opportunity of you or two for you or your organization. Break. Make sure you stay with us. You know, I'm giving you time to get some water to drink or something to refocus and be prepared for what you're going to hear, and probably to invite a friend or two to join you on this program. When we return, Colonel Sam Amedu will be with us and the business will begin.
I will take you through this amazingness today.
Welcome to Plus Trending. I am Buki November, your host, saying thank you for joining us on today's episode.
Welcome back. It's tea time on Plus TV Africa.
Practice makes perfect. I'm not perfect yet, but I'm a lot better than I used to be.
He's a king. He's entitled to marry 100 if he wants to.
Hello there, you're welcome back to the program Sports Business with Orufour Ezaga. My name is Orufour Ezaga and we're reaching you live from Plus TV Africa, our studios in Victoria Island, Lagos. Joining me now on the program via Zoom from the United States is Colonel Sam Amedu. Hello, Colonel, how are you?
I am very, very fine. Good afternoon out there.
Yeah, good afternoon. See, Colonel, somebody saw the poster that I posted of you being on this program, and he says, this is going to be an interesting program. All right, so I hope there's plenty. What was it like, you know, in the days when you started to play, and what is the picture like today?
Well, yes, obviously, picture is different. Let me start from what you have on your screen. You wrote domestic basketball stunted by infighting. To some extent, you will be right. However, the talk of infighting is just an excuse from a lot of us in the basketball circle to cover our shortcomings.
Okay.
Why do I say that? Presently, there is no real fighting.
Okay.
Agree that between 2017 for a while, there was infighting in the sense that there were so-called, in quotes now, two factions.
Okay.
But that has since been settled. There's only one Nigerian Basketball Federation. And we know who the leader is, we know who the board members are. As recognized by the Federal Ministry of Youth and Sports, recognized by FIBA Africa and FIBA World. So any talk of infighting stunted by infighting is just an excuse.
Okay.
To the point directly, we are lagging behind because of poor leadership. Simple as that. And I'm not saying poor leadership in the sense, I'm not saying that that we, the leaders, are poor. We come with very good ideas, but when we get into office, we sell ourselves to sycophancy. We refuse to take those decisions, even though may not be palatable to us, but will be in the best interest of the sport. So that is the first part. And stemming from this poor leadership is the issue of lack of planning. Now you are talking about why is basketball not as green or not as business oriented or not making positive returns like so many sports. Nigerian basketball is the #1 viable market in Africa. Why? We have the players, we have the market, the sponsorship. But however, as you lay your bed, so you will lie here on it. What is our marketing plan? As I speak to you, every league in Africa have concluded their league. Every other federation have concluded their league. We are in the middle of September. But my federation, of which I am a member, we have just started the first phase of our Zenith League, of which the girls will just play like 5 matches or 6, and we'll call it first phase. Then they go to another venue, play another 3 to 4 games. Then they will say, "Oh, we have concluded a league." How do you market such a league? You can market it. As we even speak, the men have not started. Meanwhile, speaking as the president of FIBA Africa Zone 3 now, Ivory Coast are starting their 2024-2025 league this September.
Wow.
In a week's time or 2. But my country, Nigeria, we have not even started the men's league. So lack of planning. So when does your calendar start? If you want sponsors to come and sponsor your league, there must be consistency. Because sponsors have time that they go through their own budgets. Right now, anybody talking about sponsorship for the league for even next year is already late, because corporate organizations are already drawing up their own budget for next year. So we have not done the league for this year. So how are we going to talk about next year? So it all boils down to lack of planning. 2, facilities. what have we done regarding our facilities? I am happy you are a TV, you are from the TV world. Marketing is important. Television. Eyeballs. What the eyeballs see influence the marketing to a very large extent to get sponsor to sponsor you. Even as we speak, there are the Super Eagles are playing right now. There are some fans that are complaining in a chat group that I belong to that the images being shown by Nigerian TV outlet is very, very poor. And they have been advising people to go to the channel 254. I don't know where, maybe that is on DSTV. So, if the images are poor, why would I, as a sponsor, put my money on it? Our sports hall don't have dressing rooms. And I say this with all good authority. There are dressing rooms there. They are not functional. Our national stadium is our national stadium in Lagos. For example, is our premier sports hall. But the dressing room don't function. The toilets. I'm bringing it to the lower level now. I'm not going towards talking big grammar.
Yeah.
The toilets are not functioning. And I say this because I have a team. My team used to play in the league, but no more now. But our team is still there. At times we go and play games. There is no dressing room. So when it is halftime, we go behind the hall, go and sit to talk about the game. Is that same place? By one side, people are selling beer. On the other side, people are urinating. The ambience to even invite sponsors is not even there.
Yeah.
And so that is that. Facilities. Yes. For sponsors to come to you, your facility must be up to date. It doesn't need to be a facility that can seat up to 7,000 or 8,000, even 2,000 people. The Arabs, their clubs, when you go there, you will see their gyms can only take 1,000 or 2,000 people.
Yeah.
But it will have space for advertisement board, place for the camera. And the cameras that they use is the one that have what you people call the bird's eye view, camera that can take the whole house. Our house is square. They are match boxes so that you can only film a particular action at the same time. So it looks like the ball is just running from left to right. But when it is, I cannot teach you TV filming.
No, it's all right. Just say what you, because the audience would be listening to what you have to say.
Yes. I am saying this because I am a technical delegate, and these are the part of the things that we are taught on marketing. How to film games, how to make it acceptable to the audience so that they can to raise the entertainment value of the sport. That is not there. Another issue, the favoritism. Every year we want to play a league, you will find new teams. Where are they coming from? You will hear that, they have bought a sport. I don't understand this talk of buying a sport. I thought league is a promotional league. You start from the third division. If you're among the top 2 or top 4, depending on the rule, you will go to the next division. Next, you will go to the next division, and on and on and on. My team, Dodan Warriors, and in the same vein, Ebun Comets. Those 2 teams started from the third division. So we moved from 3rd division to the 2nd division. From 2nd division, then we went to the 1st division. Then 1st division, we now moved to the Premier League.
Okay, Colonel, let me come in here, right? Okay,
Yes.
You have outlined all of these issues with basketball in Nigeria, and you know, they make absolute sense, right? But here's the question that anybody watching the program, I imagine, would ask. You've been in basketball for decades, and you've been in positions of power, right? Yes. How come you know this much, and yet there's still so little that is done? How come you're not able to influence the change that we all desire to see?
Thank you. That is a very good question. I have been ostracized from the Nigerian Basketball Federation. And what do I mean? I have been removed from all the committees. Why? Because I always speak my own mind, and I say, when you are doing the wrong thing, I will tell you. I'm not in a popularity contest with anyone. I have paid my own dues, and so nobody can hoodwink me. But let me just expatiate on that. The current board that came in 2017, I was among those that was instrumental to the establishment of this board. Everybody in Nigerian basketball will tell you, you came on board and said, okay, guys, we need to make a change. But I will tell you right now, nothing has changed. If we want to start saying things, I will be here till next week. There are over 100 things. But when I said, guys, this is not how to do things, and no, and when it's your turn, you will do it that way, and blah, blah, blah. Right now, I will tell you, check the committee list of the Nigerian Basketball Federation. My name has been removed from all. By the same board that I helped to put in place. Okay, fine. I am not A. If I'm there, I am not. It doesn't say whether I love it or not. But the fact is the same. But why? There are things that are going on that are unethical, that are inimical to the interest of the growth of the game. And even though, yes, like I said, I was among those that put the board in place, I will not tolerate that. So now I am even I have been. That's why I say I have been ostracized. If they could remove me from the board, they could have done so. But unfortunately, they cannot. Or let me say, those people that are involved cannot. So let's leave that. So don't say I have been there. When you are there and you are speaking the truth, people don't want you. Now let me give an example. Nigerian Basketball Federation is crying there is no money, there is no money. But we have people wearing a kit, a sponsor. I mean, we have people with this. How much is that country showing us the past two? Nothing. We don't, okay, like this girl now, Emi Rokonko, there is a badge on her shirt. They are advertising for that company. And the reason being that the leaders of the board have an interest in this company. So how can I, for the leaders of the federation, and they are selling those kits? They have a shop in VI. They are selling those kits. How much of those money they are selling comes to the board? No way. But tomorrow you will hear that, one member has used it. So it is a conflict of interest. So these are part of it.
Okay, so Colonel, let me just come in here, because you're making a claim now, right? How do we verify this claim? And also I'd like to make this point now that anybody that's watching now who has a contrary view based on what you have said would have a right of reply. But basically, how do we verify that these claims are true?
Thank you very much. You are a journalist. There are 16 people in the federation. I mean, about 14 people in the federation. I can give you your addresses. I don't want to call names. I can give you your addresses. When PIC used to sponsor us, if you want, I will send you the PIC agreement. PIC used to give to the federation a certain amount of money every year. That can assist us. But this company that we are wearing now, what are they giving to us? So you think, on my honor as a colonel in the army, I will come to your show, being shown around the world, to come and lie to you? That is one. Two, I am a lawyer, and if you want to know, I was called to bar 1983 at the Nigerian Law School. So I am about 40-something years at the bar. So I know what I am talking. If I cannot substantiate those facts, I won't come here. But since you want to find, if you want, after this program, you call me, I will send you the documents. I will send you names of people that you can. It is not a hidden fact. I'm surprised they don't know this.
Okay.
We know those who own the company are also members of the board. So what we are doing, we are just advertising. We are using our national team to pursue their own personal interests. Simple as that. So go and verify. Anybody who has a contrary view, talk to me. So to ask us why we don't have funds to run events. Our under 18 team that went to South Africa, a father of one of the players had to give money to the team. That is how bad things are. But I thought you would call me here. Let's talk about what is making there not to be sponsorship.
Yeah,
but now since you are
we are, look, Colonel, we're discussing that. Yeah, we want to know. We want to just know a foundation. Build a foundation to the real meat of what we're going to talk about, which is the fact that okay. So how do we turn things around? How do we, if the leadership, the current leadership is one that you think has
relate or go around? Yes. Up till 2009.
Okay.
From here, because I have been involved in Nigerian basketball since 1967 when I started playing. But I became a member of the Nigerian Basketball Federation in 1990. I have been there. You will never hear about this. Why? Selfless leadership. Even when we used to disagree with the leadership of the board, what we say, Mr. President, what you have done here is not the right thing. Let's do it this way. They will never hold it personal against you. Unfortunately, our Nigerian basketball has been turned to like a cult of personalities. We love the individuals more than we love the sport. So the leaders cannot do any wrong. You remember the last time you invited me to come for this same program, and I told you no.
Yeah.
Because of whom you invited, I won't come. Why? Because it will turn to a back and forth. So when leaders of an organization have formed their own minds, always have an excuse. Don't mind that guy. He is frustrated. Don't mind him. He thinks if he's not in charge, it will not work. But my record speaks for me. Even before, I'm seeing you for the first time, but you have already heard about me. I'm the only club in Nigeria to have hosted an African club championship. I hosted the African Club Championship of 12 teams in 2006. Dodan Warriors hosted Africa. And we won bronze, but that was the first time FIBA had a 12 team, and we hosted it. So I want the viewers or people to know I'm not talking just for talking sake. I know my onions. I may sound very immodest, but I am not known for modesty. That's not my own. I want to speak the fact. So it has turned to personal. 2, I am speaking out. There are lots of board members that won't speak out. They will be talking behind. No, I'm not that. My brother, I served in the Nigerian Army for 32 years. I've given my life to Nigeria. So I don't think there's anybody that will just come and tell me to cow me. So anyway, that is an aside. So that is the point. What did you say again? You said
so how do we avert this going forward?
Fine.
How do we get the right leadership?
Good. Now, yes, no. There is nothing like. See, the problem with us in Nigeria, we want to take a solution that is meant for problem A and carry it to problem D. No. The unfortunate thing there is that we are in such a way that, like I said, we worship individuals instead of institutions. And for as long as that is our own, election will come. Even on our board that we have now, we have people that have never done anything with a basketball. But they are on the board. And it's politics over, what do you say, competency.
Yeah.
Now, you talked about Weber. I am glad you said, oh, you spoke to Weber. I was just smiling. Weber is somebody that I brought to Lagos from Ilorin. He played on my team. Weber is Weber today at the risk of sounding very immodest. When he was to do his housemanship in mechanical or something engineering, I took him to my friend in medicine. The Nigerian Basketball Federation right now, as it is, has become a means to an end in the sense that it is being run like a business entity.
Okay.
My brother, Nigerian Basketball Federation does not have an account.
Okay, Colonel, we're going to come back to all of these things again, but we have to take a short break now. And when we come back, would you talk about what you finish your thoughts, and then we'll focus on what we need to do to solve these problems so that we can make basketball a commercial success. Is it all to be left to the federation? Are there other people who are outside of the federation that can still do stuff with basketball? What exactly, based on the experience that you have and your current experience in the United States, what do you think, what kind of people do you think can still develop basketball even if the federation is thumb-sucking? All right, so we'll go on a very short break, and I'd encourage you to, when we come back, this explosive edition will continue. Don't go away. Hello, you're welcome back to the program Sports Business with Orufo Ezaga. You're watching Plus TV Africa, and we're reaching you live from our studios in Victoria Island. On the program with me from the United States has been Colonel Sam Amedu, and it's been quite a revealing session so far. Now, we've talked about all of the headwinds facing the basketball industry, and we want to look at the tailwinds, for instance, that the industry has. Okay, so there are a lot of problems. How do we move forward, right? And then basketball as a game is a very marketable sport. How do we take our basketball in Nigeria and make products out of it that can become more commercially successful? For now, we tend to focus on the national sports business. We understand that national teams account for less than 5% of the total business in any country, all right? So on our domestic competitions. And right now, sadly, not just in basketball, but across virtually every sport in this country, our domestic competitions are neglected. So, Colonel, yes, what do we do with basketball locally? Is it only the MBBF that can develop basketball? Can other people come into the basketball space and do something? What do you think?
No, yes, you are very, very right. That your question is a rhetorical question. I don't think everybody needs to be looking for an answer. It speaks for itself. MBBF cannot do everything. And even if you look around, there are some individuals that are organizing competitions and events that are really helping the polity. Like we have the Louis Edem the championship, which comes up every year. That helps all our teams, River Supers and others play there. We have Onuche Hansen on Onuche competition. We also have Olumide Oyedeji also just did the West African Basketball League, and there are so many others. So there are many invitational tournaments all over the place. So there are many people that can actually help, and some are helping, some can still help. Now, but the issue there is that everything does not have to come from the federation. Federation will do its part, but the National League is for the federation, and it's the winner of the National League that the world recognizes. That is who represents us in BAL.
Yeah.
But presently, because of these shortcomings, our National League has been turned to a glorified inter-house sports, or what you call a glorified inter-secondary school game. A team cannot play 7 games in a year and say it is a national champion. So structure is important. Planning is important, and all these things are not there. Somebody wakes up overnight and says, okay, the National League will start next week. Who is prepared? What is the calendar? Then 2, rules. We used to have league rules in the past. The Nigerian Premier Basketball League rules is there, but it is not being implemented. That's why I was telling you that every year new clubs join the league. Even this year now, even the female league, 2 new clubs have now joined. Nobody know where they came from. So some of us on the board don't even know. Since we have been removed from all the committees, the board does not even approve the programs. You don't hear the National League, Nigerian Basketball Federation. That is one. For the men, every year we are changing. So the structure that is wrong. For people that can help this league, there are so many. We have basketball lovers in the corporate world. A lot of the people that have invested in Basketball Africa League are Nigerians.
Yeah.
They are Nigerians. I know about 5 or 6 Nigerians that have invested in the Basketball Africa League. So if we arrange things well, charity must begin at home. And it is not that they are not ready to come and sponsor the league. But what is there to get sponsor? There is not. Why will a corporate man come and waste his money, waste his time when we say everything is not being done? Everything is the transparency is not there. You want them to come and be funding league, then tomorrow is a funny thing will just come. Next tomorrow, funny thing will come. And then you hear, complaint. That is that. Next. Okay, we've talked about the facilities. Our facilities are actually not there.
No, but let's dwell on that a bit. The facilities.
Yes.
Most of the government, right?
Yes.
Now, and most of our clubs are also, are they not government clubs?
No. Okay, let me tell you.
Yeah.
Most of the facilities are from government, yes, but that is the role of government.
Okay, but what are many of them not owned by government?
No. I can count you clubs that are not owned by government.
Okay.
Comet is not owned by government. The Lagos Legends is not owned by government.
Yeah.
Golden Warriors is not owned by the government. Which other team? Sorry, I can go on and
government.
Okay, now from here, let me go. Gombe, not Gombe. Is not owned by a government. There are these I've called Legends. Okay, Dolphins is not owned by government. MFM is not owned by government. MFM, Dolphins, Deepwater is not owned by government. So there are many clubs that are not owned by government. There is nothing wrong if government or the paramilitary services own clubs like custom, police, Nigerian Army, Air Force. There is nothing wrong. We have all been competing among ourselves for long. I formed Golden Warriors when I was in the army, but it wasn't an army team. It was a private team. So it's not about government. Government have their role to play. Government can even fund their own club. The problem is that there is no sustainable program to develop those clubs. Those clubs sit idle for 9 months. Then 2 weeks they just write a letter. Yeah, Division 1 is starting in 2 weeks, and then you see people running to the field, end line, pass the ball, then they start playing. I'm afraid soon people may soon start dropping dead on the court because there is no medical tests. People who have not played for 9 months are just thrown onto the field. When you talk, they say, now there is no money. You know, Sam, you want to talk as if you are the one that knows everything. Well, sorry if you think I am proud, and I know what I'm saying. I'm proud of what I'm saying, and that is why I have the recognition I have across the world. But in a country where people that don't know want to be directing people,
and the botched attempt at
that is the problem.
In the European Super League for football comes to the MBBF with the idea of a league, for instance. Yeah, is this something? But it's a league that is arrangements. Or do you think they should be open to any such arrangement?
Yes. Well, thank you for talking. This is the time that I feel that I've had what is really a key point. Good. The board should be ready to listen, but I doubt if my present board will listen. Why? Whatever we are not in control of, we don't accept. And let me inform you. People have come to the board, have indicated to the board how they can raise money for the board. Okay, sorry, raising money and this investment funding and blah, blah, they are two different things, but they are similar. Because at the end, what you're looking for is to have funds to be able to sustain your own program. People have come to us. Some board members have suggested, let's get a marketer. But no, we want to be the leaders, we want to be the marketers, we want to be the spenders of the funds, we want to be the spenders that will determine who will move with the team, who will not move with the team. So that's why I say this thing now is becoming like a cult. Let me tell you, people have come in the past. If you ask some of our board members, they have suggested it. But for right now, it has come to naught. So some of us, NFF has done with this firm that Nelson.
GTI.
Yeah, okay. See, for what it is, one sponsor of Basketball Africa League is Hennessy.
Yeah.
And they are in Nigeria. Hennessy, NBA Africa got that sponsorship from Nigeria, and we have had time to speak with the NBA guys. How can Hennessy be sponsoring NBA and they are not sponsoring Nigeria League? And they said, "Hey, Colonel, what league do you have? Tell me what you have."
Okay.
What do you have? Is this your 5-day league or your 7-day league or no facility and blah blah? So you are very, very right. That is a very good means. Yeah. But overall, our authorities should ensure that whoever is coming to the board has something to offer to the board. The idea that you are on or your friend is the head or your uncle is the D blah 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 blah, that should be a thing of the past.
Okay. So Colonel, we need to bring this home. It's been an explosive one for that matter. And but I won't let you go until I ask this question. And it's something we've talked about so far. Of the Basketball League Africa, because is that a lot of the sponsors for BAL are Nigerian sponsors, yeah? Yet we don't have it. That's number one. Number two, the whole idea of the Basketball Africa League, Nigeria, you become Nigerian champions, and then you go play in BAL, and you have to use players, other players to try and... So I'm wondering, how does this develop basketball in Africa? How do you guys in FIBA see it? Because I know FIBA